Hey guys, welcome to my new movie review for It. Chapter 1, technically, because this year, 2019, they're bringing out It Chapter 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for that. So, this is directed by Andy Muschietti, and I'm pretty sure that's how you say his last name, Muschietti. And I'm actually going to cheat. I'm actually going to press start on Google, and she's going to read out the rest of the names, guys, because I don't want to screw them, and I hate screwing up names. So I'm just going to press start here, and Siri's going to let you know who else is in it.
Jaden Martel, Bill Denbrow as Jaden Lieberher, Jeremy Ray Taylor, Ben Hanscom Sophia Lillis, Beverly Marsh Finn Wolfhead, Richie Tozier Chosen Jacobs, Mike Hanlon Jack Dylan Grazer, Eddie Casp Brack Wyatt Olive, Stanley Uris Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise Nicholas Hamilton, Henry Bowers Jake Sim, Belch Huggins Logan Thompson, Victor Chris Owen Teague, Patrick Hockstetter Jackson Robert Scott, Georgie Denbrow.
Okay, so straight off the bat, I need to talk to you guys about some ridiculously incredible things to do with this movie. The biggest thing, not the biggest thing, I'll try not to say the biggest thing because I'm just so impressed with this movie, guys. This movie, I know a lot of people said, and I understand this, I really do. I know a lot of people said that this movie was scary. I get it. But I don't feel that way about this movie. This movie is brilliant. Now, I wouldn't say scary because I didn't get scared in this movie, but I want to go back a bit. The first time I ever saw this movie in the cinemas, guys, I was really nervous because I thought that I was going into a full-on horror film, okay? That was where my head was at. So, if you haven't seen the movie, this part is in, I think, one of the trailers. And it's in the book as well. So this is a full-on adaptation of Stephen King's novel, It, right? So there's a scene at the beginning, really, really close to the beginning of the movie, almost like right at the beginning. And something, I won't give it away, all right? I won't give it away, but something happens to Georgie, okay? Something happens to the little fella in this movie. Something really, really bad. Now, I got real nervous the first time I ever watched this movie because of the fact that I thought that I wasn't going to handle the rest of the movie because of the opening scene. Oh, man, I was so wrong. Oh my gosh, guys, I was so wrong. I just couldn't get over how well done it was. I mean, really, just brilliant. I think this movie is rated MA, I believe. One second, guys, I apologize. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's rated MA 15 plus, so you know it is. It's got some extreme. It's got horror elements. It's got a lot of swearing and a ton of blood. Oh man, has this movie got a ton of blood? Now, the person that I really want to talk about for a second, and only because of the fact that he just blew my mind. Okay, so the director's job, okay, an actor's job is to act. Okay, an actor's job is to act, but the director's job is to direct the actors to do what the vision of the movie is telling you to go, right? So you can be a somewhat part actor, but when the director gives you the ability to work with things that really work with the movie, specifically the flow, right? And the actor portrays that perfectly, that actor literally like enhances the movie incredibly, specifically when it comes to kids. And I mean kids. Now, Jason Robert Scott is the little fellow who plays Georgie in this movie. Okay, he's the one that it's not based around, but he has a lot to do with the and if you haven't seen Justice League, you know how the movie is based around a central character, like finding that central character. This is one of those premises, guys. Georgie in this movie for a kid, I would have loved to have been on the film set of this movie, watching how they created this movie, to see the dynamic of how he actually how Andy Muschietti got Georgie to be so convincing, ridiculously convincing, and it's all about the editing. The editing in this movie, guys, is absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I saw this movie a couple of times in cinema because it was so good. I remember walking out and just going, just, did I seriously just watch that? Honestly, guys, oh my gosh. I've got a few notes, so I looked down and I'm just reading notes because I just want to tell you guys some stuff that I don't want to forget. One, the opening song, just so creepy. Hearing children do a little lullaby thing. Andy Muschietti and the guys behind this movie. Just wow, guys, like for real. I can't even remember my writing there. Oh, that's right. The chemistry between the Losers Club. Okay, so there's the Losers Club and the villains. Now, that's another thing I wanted to bring up, guys. Technically, in my opinion, there's two villains. There's two forms of villains in this movie. So there's Pennywise, who is the clown, but he only comes to you as a clown if that's what you're scared of, right? And then there's about Henry Bowers and his group of bully friends, okay? Oh my gosh. Like, just the chemistry between how they respond to each other. Oh, man. Wow. Like, just wow. One of the things that I just kept thinking to myself, this is just, it made so much sense when I kind of looked into it a little deeper. So Andy Muschietti got the cast before they started filming this movie to really bond together, and I mean really bond. He got them to go out and just have an amazing time together. When you see this movie, you will completely 100% understand that paid off 100%. 100%. The chemistry between the Losers Club, the kids in the Losers Club, whoa. Like really. It is just incredible. And guys, these are kids. Like, they're just kids. Do you know what I mean? Oh, man, alive. Far out. One of the things that I don't, if they have done this in movies before, guys, I don't remember it being done in movies. But one thing that I want to bring up is the background scare to the audience. Yeah, right? I know that sounds weird, okay? If you haven't seen this movie, when you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So what they're trying to do is they try and give the audience, the focus isn't actually on the character at hand in front of us, but it's actually on us. I know that sounds weird, but what Andy Muschietti did is the scene was just happening, right? And the music was getting scary and dark and deep and whatever, but all of a sudden, if you realize what you're looking at, in the background, someone's looking at you. And you're like, whoa, I didn't expect that to happen, right? And so even though something's happening in the foreground, something even more immersive is happening in the background. So Andy Muschietti used everything in the scene to really involve the audience and capture us into what he was doing so brilliantly, guys. I was going to say the cinematography in this, oh man, the editing and the camera angles were just so good. Technically two villains, Henry Bowers. That's the other thing I want to bring up. You wouldn't think in a movie like this that it would be very funny, because it's technically a horror movie, right? You wouldn't think that. Oh my gosh. The characters in the Losers Club, oh man, just the jokes that bounce off each other. wow, so like you literally were scared 2 minutes ago, and then you just crying laughter because of what one of them said to another character. Like literally, so good. That's okay. I'm really glad I wrote this one down. I honestly think that the makeup artists would have had an absolute field day, especially if you're passionate about it. Doing this movie, guys, for real, 100%. The reason why I say that is because there's a scene in this movie, I won't give any spoilers away, but there's a scene in this movie where one of the characters drops something, and something, entity comes towards him and reveals itself, and the camera angles up and then zooms in, and all of a sudden the camera's faced with this face, and you're like, duh, you're just like freaking out, oh my gosh, and then something really creepy happens. But just like the emotional attachment that we get as an audience towards what's happening every time there's a scare factor in this movie, guys, is literally like cinema brilliance, for real, like cinema brilliance. Guys, okay, so I want to take you back a little bit. So this is actually if you didn't know this is a remake. Okay, this is a remake. There was a original version, same book adaptation, and I just forgot off the top. I think it's Tim Curry. Tim Curry was Pennywise, and he smashed it. And obviously, and it was like a mini series back on in TV land. So that was a mini series, and obviously now they've gone, all right, let's make it a legit movie. And this is it, and then it's going to be it chapter 2, and the biggest thing that I'm so just grateful about more than anything about the fact that they're bringing out a second one is the fact that Andy Muschietti is actually directing the second one, and this part is I'm so happy about this, guys. I'm so happy about this. They brought the cast back, the same cast, so now they're older, but Bill Skarsgård is still Pennywise, and I love that. There's nothing more about movies that annoys me more when they change the cast and it's so ridiculously obvious. Like, who's that? I don't know who that is. And the only movie, and I know this is a completely different category altogether, but I want to bring this up because it's an amazing movie. The only movie that I didn't even realize it because the casting was just perfect was Rachel in the Dark Knight trilogy. From the first movie to the second movie, they changed, and apparently they said she was too weak in the first one. So the actor was, so they changed her. In the second one, she was literally perfect because that's one of the greatest movies of all time, The Dark Knight. But yeah, they changed her, and I was like, whoa, what? And I didn't even notice, guys. I literally didn't even notice. It was that good. It was just that she was that good in the character. Far out. This has been a really long review, guys, but when you're passionate about something, you got to let it out. Thank you so much. So much for sticking in with me and watching this full review, guys. I literally cannot express to you enough. Go and watch this movie. As I said to you guys, in my personal opinion, this isn't a horror movie. It's just a brilliant movie because of the editing and it depends on what you get scared on. It depends on what scares you guys. Because the jump scares and stuff like that, it tries to, but it's not like that in this movie. It's just an incredible movie. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate your time. You know I value you watching my film reviews. Until my next review, you take care. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.